Wanna look good in a fast and easy way?
Hi guys, so to achieve this look, stay tuned and just continue. Okay, so now we're gonna start with the eyebrows first. That's how I normally do my daily makeup routine, with the eyebrows first.
Okay, so we're going in now with Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Chocolate to outline the bottom of our brows. Okay, now you're gonna want to be mindful of the edges. Never mind if you don't get it perfect, that's what the concealer is there for. Now you're gonna want to do the same thing to the top of the brows now. Fill in those brows and don't fill in straight to the front. Leave a little space in there. You don't want it looking too boxy. Brush away all those excess products that we have used. I'm using Pure Beige in LA Girls now to cut to the bottom of the brow, and I'm blending it into my skin. Add more product if necessary. To the top, I'm using Fawn, a color that's more like my complexion. Trying to get the perfect shape that I desire. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing for the other side as well. Take your time and outline it with the concealer to get that sharp look. And use a shade that's close to your complexion when you're concealing the top of your brow. I'm going in with concealer now with the MAC Paint Pot. I'm blending into my skin. Okay, so I already went ahead and did one side of my eyeshadow. Okay, I'm using the Morphe palette in 35OM. I'm using a very light brown. I'm going in under that brown now with a darker brown. And I'm blending so there will be no harsh lines. On the lid, I'm using a white matte. Apply more of that darker brown to diffuse any harsh lines from that white. And you could pack more white if necessary. And again, go back in with that brown. And I use the LA Girls to create this wing in black. Now I'm using a gold glitter liner to apply just over that wing. Yeah, I use this super stronghold glue in clear to apply my lashes. I start off by sticking it to the middle and pulling the edges from the front and then to the other side, to the end. And there we go, as simple as that. Okay, now we're going to prime the face using the Smashbox water primer. I go in now with my MAC Face and Body in the shade C7. Okay, so now I take my stippling brush to buff the product into my skin. Don't forget to bring the foundation down to your neck. Okay, so this is optional. I take my LA Girl in Fawn, which is my complexion, and just to hide away those little marks. And I use the same brush that I use for the foundation. I use the Maybelline Age Rewind on my eyes, my nose, and a little bit my forehead. And now I take the same thing, that's a different line in a color more to my complexion, closer. And I use that, and I use the same brush that I did with the foundation, and I buff that. Okay, now I take my Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade medium deep, and I mix that with the Sacha Buttercup setting powder for under my eyes, and I apply this with a sponge. I just find this better for me, and I go back in with that same brush that I used for the foundation. We're gonna powder the whole face now using a color that is basically your complexion, and do that around the face. Taking the CoverGirl Queen collection in Ebony Bronze to contour the face. This is not going to be a harsh contour because this is not the look, this is not the type of look I'm going for today. So it's something really light I'm going for. I go in now with the brush I use for the foundation just to soften up that look a little. After we have applied our eyeliner, we're just going to smoke out the bottom of it using a dark burgundy. For blush, I'm using City Colors and we're using the darkest color in the palette. For highlights now, I'm using the Beauty Creations in Angel Glow and we're going to apply this just over where we've applied the blush. So yeah, you can apply as your desire. Ooh, I got a little excited there, but yeah, and bring it up to the hairline. Do the same thing for the next side. Okay, so this is optional. I applied a little on my tip of my nose, nose bridge, and chin, also on my forehead. How could I forget? Just apply a little of that highlight just under our brow bone. How could I even forget this? And to our tear dot. Now we're going for lips. I'm using a burgundy from the Maybelline collection. Okay, we're almost done. I'm taking my e.l.f. setting spray and setting my whole face. Take out that powdery look. I'm going in with that same highlighter just above the lips there to give it that glow.
So this is the completed look.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun making it. So stay tuned for the following videos. DM me for any type of makeup look you guys interested in. I hope this was beginners friendly to you all. Stay tuned for more videos that will be coming. Love you guys. Bye.